Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Surviving Mars. We're playing our 12 Apostles run. Some amount of time has gone by over here. Mostly I just let it run as I was taking care of a couple of things, and everything's going pretty swell. You can see we've got a fair amount of supplies. Now, I did go and send one vehicle from Earth with a few extra polymers and machine parts and electronics just to make sure we were okay, because it was a little low. We have continued to climb over here, so I'm feeling pretty good. Did complete the, what is it called? The general training over here. Yeah, for some reason, I thought it was having the penalty. No, it's just bringing it down by 10. So it's exactly the same in a sense as all the other training technologies. They give plus 10 performance. So it's not the most dominant and the most critical thing to do, but it's still going to raise performance over here, which is good. So we're getting a little bit more bang for our buck now, which is nice. Population has increased. We're now at a whopping 60. All of our original founders have now passed. All 60 people here are Martian-borns. And Aurora Fusion over here is a saint as well, which is very exciting. Raises the morale of all religious people in the dome. Benefit stack with each additional saint. And of course, everyone in the dome is religious. So people in this dome here should be feeling pretty good. Do have the research labs turned on. Actually, I think I have everything turned on over here. We still have, it's even medium priority over there. I think at some point I set high priority in the machine factory. But we can probably toggle that down. 6 working vacant slots over there. And here we are at 1-to-1 on the work slots. So we still have room for 17 more colonists and 6 more jobs over here. Continue to grow, so I'm not going to make too much. Resources are low. Our metals. I did just send out our little transport over here to go and pick up some more stuff. I guess we can bring the speed up to 3 at this point. That looks really slow. But it is going to be time for us, I think, to set up this mine. So I'm going to go ahead and unforbid this from being worked on over here so that we can get the mining set up and do that. I mean, we still have some empty work slots, but not that many. And getting this going would be nice because it is having to take further and further trips to go and keep collecting the metal. So it's probably good to get that going on here. And as we do accrue a little bit more of this material, I am going to be looking up this ridge. You can see still, though, pretty resource poor. I mean, maybe when we get the deep scanning tech, we're actually going to find, you know, more mineable minerals over here, but not much. We've got a couple of anomalies. Water source, which I think is fairly decent. Oh, no, very low. That's too bad. And this concrete deposit average, not a whole lot of it, but I mean, it's going to be nice for local building, I guess, if we want to do much local building over here, which, to be honest, I don't know how much of a priority that's going to be. This is a terrible, terrible site for us to have landed. Oh my gosh, definitely making the game even harder than we've already got things set up over here. Anywho, yep, 61 people, which is great. I think a lot of them are still kids right now. Yeah. And we are currently working on the spear pipes, which I think will be kind of handy. We do have the university training. Do I? University of Science? Martian Education. Yes, I did get the Martian Education tech as well. I think that's going to require another dome at this point. I mean, we've got one extra gap in here to develop with something in this dome, whatever that might be. Might finally be a shopping center of some kind. I think that's still one of the things. Social. We can get them a little dining hall over here. Actually, that might be a pretty good idea. Again, really satisfying the comfort here is important because they do get more babies as they get more happy. Dining social food. Yeah, there we go. So we'll do that. And I think that'll make people fairly happy in this dome. We just don't have access to bigger domes, but I think that's all right. And yeah, I mean, we don't have like unlimited amounts of this stuff, but it is definitely progressing, which is good. And oh, some people did just move away from this into, well, this mine over here, almost certainly. I think that's probably okay to do that. I mean, with the pop keep going. And they are slightly more efficient than they were. So that's probably good. But yeah, as soon as we get the Martian University going, that will be very, very handy. Now, is there someone specific we'd like to build it? Very low metals, but it's still there. We could make our way over here to the metals over there, but I'm a little bit leery about spreading out that much. I don't think we need to worry about mining this metal very quickly, but we might still want to go and dome up over here, just to be ready for it. Got some more concrete there. Oh, I meant to address something. I am now running 4 mods. If you check the link in the doobly-doo, assuming I've remembered to do it, and if I haven't, make sure to send me a message on Twitter. There are 4 mods running. The link will lead you to my little collection on the Steam Workshop for this mod. One of it is this upper display bar. So instead of having to look at the numbers over here and covering up most of the screen, we've got this little display. It's also really handy here to very easily mark, because this display here doesn't show you the employment situation. You have to go here, and even then it only gives you 2 sort of most important priority lines. Here you can see empty housing slots, homeless people, empty work slots, unemployed people. And sometimes you'll have both these numbers filled, of course, because depending on how things are going. And we've got the other important mechanics. I've got another display mod over here, which is showing us the progress bar towards the new technology. Very nice little thing. 2 slight gameplay tweak mods. One is the mod that decreases the amount of time it takes to fix cables and pipes, which obviously makes the game a little bit easier, but I think it also makes it a little bit more reasonable. The other thing is a slight tweak to the workplace management rules. It makes it so that anyone who's got a specialization, of which we should literally have 0 specialized people right now. Yeah, 63. But when we do have specialization, the people with specialization will absolutely work in the job of their specialization first and only look at other jobs if their specialization isn't available, if it's full or something like that. Low power, you're just returning with electricity, aren't you? No, you're not. Actually, you're probably not charging right. Let's make sure to get you to come over here. Drop off this metal right there, and we'll do that. So in theory, it'll help to encourage. Now, people already mostly try to tend towards their specialization without the mod, but this will probably make it a little bit stronger. So yeah, I think I'm going to set up another dome. And the thing is, if I set it up over here, people can continue to sort of walk between the domes as they move around and not require the shuttles to really work things, and I think that's going to be okay.
Cold wave approaching.
Cold wave approaching. That is annoying. But if I do this, we will be able to build the mine within reach of the metal and within the reach of the dome. So I'm going to do that. A little bit of overlap on the concrete doesn't bother me one bit. I am considering, though, just to save us a little bit of work, I'm going to go and build a little concrete extractor right over here, like that. And concrete depot right there. And a dumping site maybe there. And, oh, I thought I could fit one in there. Something like that. Pipe-wise, we still don't have the tech for unbreakable pipes, but soon. So that'll use a little metal to build it. But I think that's okay. And do we... Nope, we don't have a drone hub. Nor do we have the technology to build it. Now, this is going to be all within range of this drone hub, which is good. This drone hub only has 4 drones. I think what we're going to do is we're going to steal... We'll go down to 6... and bring you up to 6 over here. And we're going to bring our RC rover over here for some assistance as well. And obviously we're going to get a universal depot there. I think I'm going to get a extra food storage as well right there. And we'll do what we normally do and get the extra water tower, although this one's about to freeze. Hold on, let me swap this around, because it'll tuck in nicely there. Oxygen tank, water tower. And I like the extra battery, because as you grow, you want more storage. And why not put it here so that if there's a disconnect, we don't have too many problems. So we'll get you all set up over there. Boom, boom, boom. I'll make the dome like lower priority than the other things, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, actually. You know what? Make the concrete extractor the high priority, because we need a lot of concrete. And again, it'll save a few trips if we just have it here. So let's see if we can get that built first, please and thank you. Gotta wait for some machine parts. So this needs 10 polymers. Yeah, we're good. Polymers is actually the thing we've got the most of for some reason. I don't know why. Do you not need as many workers? I think it's because we don't have a lot of things that need it as an upkeep, which is nice. So the idea here is I'm gonna build, there's gonna be another farm. I mean, food-wise, the food is going up, which is good, but our population continues to grow. And we will get the thing where farms increase comfort and no. So I will set up a farm. And I will set up a Martian university, and then housing, grocer, and, a couple of other things. Ooh, you're actually out of concrete. Well, good timing on this. We will salvage you, please and thank you. This is still an average one. We could build another one, but it's pretty far away from where we mostly want the concrete, so we can just do that, and yeah, we can clear you. It'll make it easier to place the replacement afterwards, and yeah, I'm that much more keen that we've got this one over here. We have no shortage of concrete yet, but It's very convenient. This will make a fair amount of dust. It might increase some of the maintenance around here, but I think it's going to be okay. In terms of oxygen and water, we do have a surplus right now, so I think we're going to continue to be okay. There's our cold wave coming in, so it shuts down a couple of things. Now, I don't think... Yeah, that's right. It basically shuts down nothing but the water towers, and then if things turn off for some reason, then they freeze solid. But otherwise, we are okay. RC rover over here, still doing its good work. I'm going to move you up a little bit here. Just, I don't know, feels better to fully cover this. I don't think it matters, but it does feel better. So, you're moving some goods over that way. Pleased with that. Polymers, metals. Yeah, we don't have a ton of metals. This thing was still charging up from here. I think there's still some metals down here, though. Oh, yeah, right over here. So I'm going to get you to do another load from here to there. Thank you, and that should charge you on every trip as well. I was sending it over here, that's why there was a little bit more of a power thing. And I mean, it was good to have the metal centralized, but yeah, we'll take a bit of its work off. This thing did go ahead and freeze over. There's still people assigned to work there, even though it is like totally off. Let me turn it off explicitly then, since it's a lot. The cold waves are pretty long, so same thing over here. I think it freezes when there's no shift, so we'll just turn off both buildings, free up some workers. Power is once again going to be a thing. And we remember that from last time. We do have more storage potential now that we've got this power accumulator. Daytime, we're fine, but not very fine. We could turn off some of the factories, but I think with our expansion, we're going to have to accept the fact that we are going to need some more power generation. And in this case, I will throw in some turbines here so that we can get the nighttime load going down as well. And I think we're going to be pleased with that. Because, yeah, we're not filling up the batteries very well during the day. So that will hit our machine parts a little bit, but we don't need too many. I don't know what... The Martian University is probably going to be the thing that hammers us the most on resources, and I suspect it mostly is going to need a lot of electronics. So hopefully that'll be okay. Boom, 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 boom. Do you need concrete for these two? Oh, yeah. I've seen the drones going by. And... More scans, no sectors. Again, most of the sectors we're scanning now have 0 buildability. I'm just doing it so that we can complete the map scan. And I mean, may as well. Like, scanning doesn't cost us anything. Yeah, still have the dome on the lower priority of everything else. I'll bring it up now, just in case it affects where people bring things. Oh, I guess you're getting the power up first before the dome, which is kind of legit. Okay, we're plus 75, plus 84 now. Stored power is hitting 1,000. Oh, we probably weren't seeing the surplus while it was charging. So it may have undernoted what our surplus was, but I think it's still probably a good idea to get some more wind turbines going on here. Yeah, very low. That's why we're mostly ignoring that one. All right, you're nearly there. 13, 2 jobs. Oh, although we did just turn off some jobs, so that's part of it. This might turn into a little bit of a love dome, in a way. And or just like if it's a full education dome, like because we could pull more kids in here, but also like keep the comfort level super high, like really focus on maximizing comfort. Although that's basically what's happening everywhere. Basically everywhere is a baby making dome in this game, which is probably good because we do need to raise our numbers as quickly as possible. Is this diner off? It is. I could probably turn that on. It does steal some workers, but increases comfort, makes people happier. Did we just go from 67 to 65? Although I don't think it counts population as people move between domes. We've seen that before, but there could have been a couple of Martian-borns just dying of old age. No message that shows us that, you know, we've had a horrible death. So that's nice to see. Right? Again, we'll find out if someone dies from something that they shouldn't have died from. So as opposed to old age. Just because it's annoying me a bit, I will put down another dumping site here. We could probably steal a couple of workers from here. Bring it down all the way to 2. It's going to be enough to maintain what's there. There's really not a lot to do there. And then over here, I'm going to go and assign 2 more drones, bring it up to 8. We might want to ship some more drones. To be honest, like the drone production is always kind of annoying. If we just end up in a situation where we always just buy our drones from Earth, that wouldn't be too bad. We do have the ability to build drone hubs, and I think we may have the improved drone hub tech as well that makes the drone hubs show up with more drones. And that's not going to hurt either. Just waiting for some metal to be delivered. Now we have metal, and we are getting a few more deliveries over here. Are you coming with a partial load? Do me a favor here. Let's go and load in from this.
Sector scanned.
And then I'm going to get you to drop it off right there. Because we're going to want some metal locally. Please and thank you. Bum, 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 bum. Only 5 work slots not filled. Although, again, that's with a bunch of things turned off. Food situation is good. It is, you know, it is not going crazy yet. We don't have, like, unlimited food, but it's pretty good. Farm over here is up to 80%. So yeah, the next soybean cycle will bring us to 100%, which is going to be nice. Hopefully we'll remember to turn off one of the soybeans after that. So that will really max out how much food we're getting. And then the second farm here will really generate a massive excess of food. But I'm kind of okay with that. We'll probably just put it on a full-time soybean cycle, just to boost things quickly as possible, because it won't need food short-term, whereas long-term, as our population continues to rise, we'll benefit from the increased efficiency. You're still consuming that nicely. And there we go, construction begins. These things are all running. Yeah, we're only at +8. Even though the batteries are full, that is kind of a legitimate number, which is a little bit surprising. All right, you're dumping all the metal there. And you are charging as well. Good. Okay, so over here, we're going to get a living quarters. We're going to get a farm. And we're going to get a Martian University. And certainly we'll want a nursery as well. And you know what? In case a lot of polymers, but we have it, we're going to go and set up a playground finally. I think I'm going to set up a second university. And I'm going to encourage kids to come here. Get a little garden in there. We'll probably need a dedicated play area. Well, I think the playground might provide play for kids, actually. So we might not need that much. Other standard amenities include infirmary, diner, sure, and grocer, more importantly. And I suspect we'll need more housing space. Well, I mean, it depends. 14 people here. We're going to need 6. I don't know how many people can study at once. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. We will encourage people with no specialization to come here, which right now is everyone. And really we want to encourage children to come here, probably. Oh, do we have schools? Oops. There we go. That's our final slot here. Yeah. We may need an arcology in the middle. Or we'll probably need to replace this with an apartment. Oh, superior pipes! Yes! Yes. We don't have... Oh, okay, we're researching low G high-rise now. Did we finish the housing? Yeah, we did, which is kind of a waste, because I think we'll need the apartment building for the cap. It's a little less comfortable, but I think we're still going to satisfy a lot of the comfort requirements. Martian-born adaptability means our people will study more. Residents in basic domes have improved comfort. I think we're going to go and throw that on, and our people will be very pleased with that. You are going to swap over to soybeans right away and just keep in that cycle, please, and thank you. Boom, 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 boom. 14 colonists already here, because again, we did put a preference in here for the unspecialized people, so the unspecialized people are very eager to get to this dome right now. Yeah, I don't know if the school... I don't think the school needs regular employees. And none of these do. So the question is, a bunch of people will go to Martian University. It might be 4 or 6 or maybe 8 slots. I don't remember. We will need like up to 4 for the infirmary, up to 4 for the diner, and 2 for the grocer. I don't remember how many people per work shift work in these. I think they're 2, 2, and 1 each, but we'll see. Martian University can have up to 5 people there. And we might open up both shifts at some point. We will see. I'll leave that for now. We've got this on auto. And see, we need a lot of botanists, engineers, some geologists, some medics, some scientists. There we go, nursery over here. And we are encouraging kids to come here, mostly because we want them to go to the school. And yeah, the school's automated. You don't need teachers for it. They just, like, play on a tablet or something. Which is not that different from schools today, really. Like, electronics are getting low. And the maintenance is still pretty darned high. Wow, you're going to need to be maintained with electronics as well. That is rough. I'm going to make sure that we keep the electronics high priority. Get more people here. Make sure it gets repaired first, you know, in case we run out of electronics. Like, we need to make sure this gets repaired with electronics first. We have a little bit of money. We could send another shuttle in here with electronics if need be, though. So that's okay. You're here. Metal is still a little on the low side. Do we have some more kicking around? That's not metal. This is. Trade route from here. And I will have to you doing the slightly easier one to there. We'll have to require the shuttle to move some of the metal around, but I think that's okay. We can always have the transport vehicle just drive some metal up from down the hill, up the hill later on too. All right, so we've got this. The playground provides playing. It's got lots of space. I think only the kids end up playing here, but I'm not sure. Helps cultivate perks, which is good. You are currently exercising in the small garden, which is fine, and there's another small garden over here. So between those two, and the fact that the children will have the playground, I think we might be okay. There might be the occasional complaint that there's not going to be a spot for, was it relaxation, exercise, and playing, but we'll just have to deal with it. I don't remember if you can relax at the diner. I don't think so. No, social, dining, social food. And it is, yeah, 4 people. 4 people. I think this is only 2 people. Colonists of 30. Oh, yeah, but only 14 adults. So 6, 11. Well, let's take out the school. We got 6, 10, 14, 16. And the school makes 21. Or if we have both ships, 26. Yeah, we need this to be an apartment, which is what we're researching now. Okay, so there'll be a temporary homelessness problem. I suppose I could just cancel a school. You know what? Hold on. I didn't realize that's eating tons of electronics. I actually am going to cancel the school for now. We're going to free up the electronics for now. We'll have to wait until we've accrued a few more, and we'll do that. I think it's going to be okay. I think the high-rise only requires a lot of concrete, too. It might need electronics or something to build, which would be a little disappointing, but I don't know. So far, so good. We've got 2 homeless people. Probably because we got the high priority for them to come here, and there's like some wonkiness going on. But we'll have to deal with that after. University. All right, good. And then as soon as they get specializations, they'll leave the dome and go somewhere else. Well, they probably will. With the mod, with their work preference, I'm hoping it also applies to have them like leave the dome more aggressively to find the work slot that they want, and I suspect that it will. Now, we could have this focus on a particular type of thing. We actually might want to focus specifically on engineers.
Anomaly found.
Actually, where the hell did we find an anomaly? Oh, I don't think we scanned that. I think that was an asteroid. But I will take it for the science boost. Thank you very much. Asteroid, meteorite. Well, I suppose it was an asteroid before, you know, entered the Martian atmosphere, at which point it became a meteor, and then it landed. It was a meteorite. So we're still half frozen. Moxies as well, but so far so good. I guess the Moxie probably had a breakdown. It wasn't fixed quickly enough. A cold wave is about to end, so that's going to be fine. Although all of a sudden we'll need a bunch of material to fix everything up. But I'm fairly okay with that. Water towers have to be fixed. That's fine. Waiting for some people at the grocer. We've got some people there now, which is good. The Martian University. And the population is rising all the time. 73. So when we pop that anomaly, we'll finish this. We'll start working towards Martian-born adaptability, which I think is going to be nice. They graduate from university faster, so they have to spend less time there. We get more turnover, so we're going to get a lot more education a lot faster.
Resources are low.
Electronic resources, they are low. But our production's actually okay per day. We did have to just use a bunch for some maintenance, and of course, I think we needed some for the Martian University. Yeah, we needed a lot. Low G high rise, done. Thank you very much. Let's go and plop that down immediately. Apartments over here. It needs a bunch of plastic polymers, but we've got that. So we're gonna do that. Once it's built, I'll blow up this other building, and that's gonna be fine. Who are you? Another saint. Awesome. Awesome. He's also a hippie. Twice so much comfort in gardens and parks. Well, good for him. Ray Fifth, I appreciate you. We're going to get the Explorer to come back here and charge up. This thing is still roaming around, bringing just a little bit of metal in. So yeah, and we do have some metal production. It's not going to be super fast. Oh, it's turned off right now as well. But we have a big shortage of workspaces. No, I'm going to turn this on. Rare metals, we could leave this one off for now. Because we don't use that many that quickly in the electronics factory, and we're not shipping them out, so it's going to be okay. So we'll wait for this to get built. Just waiting for the concrete deliveries, which is fine. And yeah, we used a fair amount in storage. Or a fair amount of our stored amount is what I meant to say. That's being built, so I will ask for a salvage over here. And then we'll blow this up and build the school there instead. Well, when we get enough electronics. Because I think we need 10 to build it. And of course, we want a little bit of electronics left. And as soon as it's done, no more homelessness over here. Once people sort of settle, figure out what the heck they're doing. It might only reset their sleeping spots, like at night or something. We'll see. And yeah, we don't have... Oh, it's reserved for the ones who are moving. Oh, nice. Okay. So lots of children are moving here, which is exactly what we're looking for. And yeah, I'm going to open up the second work slot over here. Oh, it's malfunctioned already? How did it break down so fast? Oh, this is going to eat so much electronics. So much electronics. There we go. That filled up pretty quickly. If we look at this dome specifically, 6 vacant work slots. Which makes sense. Now, if we're not adding more housing capacity, because it's 24 people, maybe we only want to run one shift of this, actually. I mean, I do want to educate people as quickly as possible. You know what? Actually, having the, like, less farming going on is kind of okay. We're pretty okay on food right now. But yeah, we're going to need more housing here. I can kind of foresee us building the arcology here and then getting rid of this. Alternatively, we could get rid of one of the nurseries and build one of the lower tier houses. These living quarters over here. No, actually. Oh, it's not until we get the fancy housing that we can build the tiny house slot. Right. But yeah, I'd like to balance this out somehow. I think we need the infirmary. I mean, we could get rid of the diner as well. Or we could just limit the number of work slots here. There's 10 people in there. Like, this is being used pretty heavily. I mean, I suppose I could just get rid of the farm. That might be the solution. Get rid of the farm, put some other housing here. We could just go with the slightly more comfortable housing. But that's going to give us more than 6 places as well. I think the obvious answer is just to turn off one of these shifts and just have one group of people going to the Martian University at a time. But I really want to get them educated right now. I think I will leave this as is. And yeah, double checking the school. Yeah, it needs 10 electronics, and it needs the electronics for maintenance. It's probably not feasible to do that right now. Now, the school isn't that critical, right? It helps to cultivate perks. Perks are great, but they're not as important as education. Shoot, I suppose I could, yeah, ignore the school completely, plop down more housing here, and then put out some sort of, like, outbuilding manufacturer, which actually, for the mining, we will eventually do. All right, let me ignore these guys. It's going to be okay. All right. So everything's coming along here. Population. Oh, who are you? Celebrity. So that's a little bit more passive money. I think we've got a couple of celebrities. Yeah, 2 celebrities. So that's why we're passively making a bit of money. That's going to make, I think, a big difference and help us get a little bit faster here. Martian Award about adaptability, again, for the faster education. We haven't actually graduated anyone yet. They haven't graduated, but hopefully soon. Yeah, I'm wondering about going with the engineering focus. I mean, everything's kind of important. You know what? I'll turn it on to engineering, then forget that I ever did this, and then I'm going to screw myself later on. So I'm going to leave that off. And we'll just get it. I think it does it proportionally to our need, so we will get more engineers and botanists than anything else. And I mean, that's okay. I don't know if we need, many more botanists, but you know what? I'm actually not really working the farms very heavily at all right now. Because I think, the unspecialized people are prioritized coming over here, and then they're going to the school slot. I'm betting the work priority system is making it so that people who aren't specialized consider the university to be their #1 priority for work placement. I'm willing to bet that's how that mod was programmed, which I kind of got to agree with. So anyway, as soon as they start popping out, they'll get redistributed, and I think we'll be okay. And I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, this production is definitely slowing. And I did set the higher priority over here, which actually is mostly just hurting this dome. You know what? Let me put you in a medium. We're going to make sure the services are getting worked properly. And we've got a bit of money. We can ship out some more emergency electronics if we run out completely. In fact, I find it very likely that we're probably going to run low. I don't think the food's going to be a problem. The machine parts might. The polymers won't. We might want to do a mix of the two. Ooh. Wow. Could send another drone and stuff. We'll hold off. Maybe our celebrities will make a little bit more money, and then we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll put a cut in here. I'm very happy with our progress. It's been slow and steady, but very good. 84 people now living here on Mars. I love the fact that the education has started. And yeah, as soon as these guys start to graduate, things will start to improve a lot. We'll probably have to make a second education dome, like a second place with the university. We could, and actually I could sort of foresee this happening. What if we got rid of the farm, got another apartment, and built a second university here? Might not even need a second apartment, to be honest. Just the regular housing. I kind of think that actually is the answer. Yeah. Okay, so we're ignoring the schooling. We're gonna put this down. Now, I don't think we're not gonna put down the Martian University yet, the second one, because it'd be too expensive and everything. Later on, we'll make another kids' dome for the school. So this stuff might get moved, although it might stay. Again, the playground's good for cultivating perks, and you know we do have a lot of kids. Now, I don't know if they count as non-specialized. They might be prioritized in moving over there. We got some here. We still have some here. And we do want a lot of capacity for kids, so this is still okay. We could make all kinds of changes later on, especially when we get the archaeology, we might reconsider things. We'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty pleased with this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.